Hello, and welcome to the Transforming Learning presentation. My name is Christine Orkislan, and I'll be guiding you through the decision-making processes that a school might take when choosing a new digital platform for learning. And we'll be using Qridi as examples. We call this a school's journey, and I'm glad you're here with us today. Let's get started. Planning is a big part of an education leader's role, and we have some suggested steps for you to take as you evaluate the needs of your community and put a plan in place to implement a new digital platform for learning in your context. The first stage in the process is to listen. Consider ways to get input from all of the stakeholders in the community to establish needs, wishes, and what is believed would be most supportive in helping to improve student learning. While listening, we want to watch out for certain indicators that will guide us, such as higher stress levels and perhaps more superficial reflection. On a larger scale, we might listen in to find out if decisions are being made without evidence to support them. The next stage is to assess our needs more specifically. Three main areas to consider are: which areas of student learning need to and can improve, what current infrastructure do we have and could perhaps enhance, and how to gauge the capacity of the community for changes we anticipate. A list of questions is provided to support you here, which you can print and use in discussions in your teams. Also included are a few learning goals taken from the ISTE standards. Our students should have the capacities to be empowered, creative, and computational thinkers, and innovative designers and global collaborators. These are the highest aims that we are going for when we are bringing in digital tools to support learning. These things together will help you to assess your needs and perhaps help you to create a concrete set of criteria for what it is that you will be looking for as you go forward. The biggest section of the presentation is the planning phase, so we have several slides to support this. It's recommended to take about 6 months of preparation as you work toward bringing in a new digital system for your students or a platform for your teachers for planning. Use your set of criteria and the objectives that you have chosen to establish measures of success, including stopping points within the process, to make sure that you are assessing how well things are going as you get started. To illustrate, you may have chosen a learning goal, for example, to increase student agency. This graph shows here that as much as time is needed to bring in something new at the beginning, the time investment decreases as our goals are met. Change processes can feel overwhelming at times in busy schools. One of the ways to address this is something that I call chunking things out over time. By thinking of a set, say, of 4 or 6 semesters, we can map out and demonstrate the high level of time investment at the beginning to where the decreases are seen as our goals are achieved. Here we see some screenshots of what's available in Qridi Core to support increased student agency. On the left, we have an example of a student's digital portfolio, and on the right, data showing student self-assessment alongside teacher assessment in various areas, including ATL skills. This is an example of a goal of where a school would like to be to reduce time later by investing time now to set up effective systems such as this. In this example, we consider a school working to improve its reporting procedures. Many schools do this periodically to ensure that the procedures in place are relevant and also manageable. You might, for example, be considering ways to provide more ongoing information about progress and achievement of students to all stakeholders. Again, here we can map out the time investment at the beginning and a gradual reduction in the time as we work to achieve our goals of making this more organic reporting process work for everybody. In a learning platform such as Qridi Core, you can see that there are many data views that are available to students themselves, their parents, other teachers, and everyone in the community who is concerned about learning growth. Using sophisticated, innovative tools, we can drill down into different areas so that we are always having our finger on the pulse of where we are and where we're going together in our learning journey. So once you've set the goals for your school and what you would like to achieve using a new digital platform, it's time to start to look at those that are available to you. You want to make sure that what you choose is relevant and really matches your curriculum program, and you want to have a certain level of customization because most systems are not going to suit your needs exactly straight out of the box. You want to make sure that the interaction with the tool itself is easy for all of your learners to use and accessible for other community members. You also want to make sure that the navigation is friendly and adaptable, and also, of course, that it meets digital safety requirements. A good tip is to make sure that customer support is there and that the team behind the product is there to support you with their expertise and knowledge. The last stage of the planning process is to think about the external and internal barriers that might exist in your context. It's always good to be informed ahead of time and to think about which ones you might be able to address straight off the bat, which ones will need more time, and which of the digital platforms will support you overall. I would like to point out that the research shows that as much as these barriers are common and found in most settings, it's really important not to think that you need to address them before you get started. Just make sure that people are building up their confidence over time so that when they are faced with a barrier, they have some tools to use or they have venues to go to and know where to get the support they need to feel confident going forward. Next, we want to involve community members in a detailed rollout plan that clearly outlines the times, dates, and the venues for feedback where they will be able to share their input. Change can make people uncomfortable, and so we want everybody to clearly be able to state the benefits of the change. So make sure that you spend time helping people to articulate that improving student learning is always our goal. The last stage of the process is implementation. Now this will look different in every setting, but I put a list together here to help discussions in your school around the idea of why we're even heading in a digital direction with our students and what digital transformation is. I've included here the SAMR model, which might be familiar. This moves from substituting what we're already doing without technology by using technology all the way to thinking differently because we have the technology. Use this as a guide for you as you're making your decisions. If you need any help from the Qridi core team, we're here for you and look forward to helping you in any way that we can. Thank you.